Hey guys, what's going on? Today is August 16th, 2012, and this is the 107th episode of the Yak Attack. My name is Yak, and this is the Yak Attack, as it is said all over the land of Poland. Yes. Yes. Big shout out to Yegwen, the Polish caster, had me on his show the other day. Had a little interview and stuff. It was very nice. It's gonna be up on YouTube in the relative future, so I'll give you guys links to that and all that kind of stuff. So cool stuff. Today we've got RandoOne. Say how are you doing to the folks?
How are you doing, guys?
Hey, cool. In the chat, we seem to be talking about tuna sandwiches. After I stopped eating tuna. Well, actually, after I stopped eating animal products, tuna fish is the thing that I miss the most. That was the most delicious thing to me. Pickles, tortilla, lettuce, tomatoes. Oh, God. Some mayonnaise. That was my favorite stuff in the world. Now I've moved on. Moved on to black bean burgers and avocado sandwiches, which are quite bomb indeed. In any case, let's get with the stuff. So how has your week been?
It's been good. I've seen you change the levels, so I think I'm ready to step up to level 2.
Nice, cool. And not round 2, you mean level 2? Or do you mean round 2?
Oh no, I meant level 2.
Nice, good. So for those of you who are trying to adjust the new system, the levels is each of the levels. There are 3 levels, and those are the difficulty. And then the rounds are the units you'll be building and stuff like that. And I definitely think that you should be on level 2 for sure.
Okay. Yeah, because I've been doing this for a while.
Yeah, you've been doing this for a while. I think you're ready for level 2. Probably not quite level 3 just yet. That's some pretty intense stuff. So have you been playing on the new level system, or you just sort of going through the old one until we reached your day here?
Level 1 for all of them are pretty much the same, right?
Oh,
just
yeah.
Marines, yeah.
Just Marines, yeah.
Yeah, not much to change.
Cool. So RandoOne, you'll be doing 2.1. How's the incorporating micro and stuff like that going for you?
It's okay. It's still kind of getting the mixing up macro and micro when it happens at the same time.
Mm-hmm.
Everything's just kind of falls apart still.
Yeah.
But I've been focusing more on micro this week.
Cool. We'll check out your micro and see where we can make some improvements to that stuff. In other news, just so you guys know, Sandbox, friend of the stream and of the Yak, is 4-0 right now in the IPTL amateur division. But he's a pro, guys. I'm just saying. Sandbox is going to make waves in the relative future. So, feel free to go ahead and support him. If he all kills, it's going to be awesome. Cool. I think probably a good thing to start training micro would be to, look at the scout and practice macroing while you're looking at the scout. That would probably be a really good thing to do, and just sort of have the scout going around and keep him in the base. Try to keep him alive as long as you can, kind of a thing. At the start of each game, and that'll be a good thing to get the multitasking going. Almost got him. Nice, pretty good. Good stuff. Keeping our money in the relative down area. You have a ramp cam?
Yep.
Good.
Well, it's not really a ramp, but it's kind of a rally cam.
Okay, yeah.
It's near the
Yeah. I say ramp cam because I've been playing Pro Dust today, and I have a ramp cam, and then I have a warp in cam. And the ramp cam acts as a rally cam, but I've been only warping in, so. Cool stuff. Supply depot coming down. Nice. Also, so let's go through the different difficulty that you're going to have to be doing now that you're doing 2.1. instead of the old casual or what have you, or competitive. Soft supply blocks are allowed. So that means that if you're a supply block but a supply depot is building, you're fine. But if you get supply blocked and you're not building a supply depot, then that's a hard supply block.
Okay.
And why do I always have ridiculous deja vu on this map while with you? Like every time, every single, like I'm just waiting for you to make tanks and do like the marine tank. Crazy heavy duty deja vu. And at this point in time, you can definitely start building the supply depots one at a time. As soon as one is done, finish the next one. Have you been doing that?
Kind of.
Okay.
I've been more glancing at the supply, seeing when I need them.
Okay. I would say that at this point you can at least be building one at a time constantly, and then sort of looking to say, okay, now is the time where I need two, you know, kind of a thing.
Okay.
As long as you're keeping your production going, you're definitely going to be building one supply depot at a time at this point in the game. The early ones you're going to memorize, but before that you're going to be just dealing with the stuff. Also, not setting long rally points like that would probably be good, because it would force you to micro a little bit. So look at your army as much as possible. You should only be going back to drop mules and build buildings. And build additional supply depots. So once you get to this point in the game, or actually a little bit before, when I was talking about supply depots last time, build one constantly and use the idle worker button. Don't shift click back. Use the idle worker button to jump back to your SCV and build. It's a really, really useful trick. I'm pretty sure that that all Terrans will be doing it if they're not already. It's just very, very efficient. It'll jump right to your idle worker and it will select it at the same time. So you just press the idle worker key, jump to that worker, and build. And it also, you know, acts as a safeguard, a nice little happy safeguard, where it's like, oh yeah, I have an extra idle worker that I didn't realize I had. Oh, there he is, you know, because I was going to build my supply depot.
Okay.
Yeah. So pretty much. Yeah. So pretty much once you have two bases mining, yeah, once you have two bases mining, then start building one supply depot at a time pretty consistently. And then after you get used to that, I mean, after that doesn't seem to be enough and you're getting too close, then you start to build two at a time, etc., etc. But at least one at a time once you get two bases mining. Usually the general rule though is you're gonna need one for one base, one at a time for one base, two at a time for two base, three at a time for three base, etc. Cool. Cool. Also, at this point in time, there's no reason for you not to have your Zelnaga tower, especially when we're talking about you want to be a little bit more micro-focused and work that part of your game out. That is a big part of micro, controlling your units, putting your units in the right place in the map and all that kind of stuff. This is really nice. I really like this check in the third. Very good. Definitely have the watchtowers. Be keeping an eye out for that kind of stuff. And you want to be occasionally scouting the front. Especially because you're on this level, the marine level. You're gonna want to be very aggressive with it if you're gonna be successful. Like this watchtower could have been cleared out a long time ago, and he would have been a little bit more in the dark, which is what you want. You want your opponent in the dark, and you want yourself in the light. You want to be able to see everything, and you want your opponent to see nothing, which is good. So we took the watchtowers, pretty good, and we should be scouting the front. That's the other really important thing to be doing. So just having your army and then poking up sacrificing a Marine in there to see what it looks like. And so you know when you can attack. Otherwise, you just sort of wait until you're max, and that's not the best way to do things. Got another supply depot coming in the relatively near future. There it is. Looks like that was a hard supply block.
Yeah.
It's alright, you're allowed one of those. So remember, you're allowed one of those when you're counting your successes. And you have to get things 4 times in a row. So make sure you get whatever it is 4 times in a row. Additional supply depots required. We get it. Cool. Whoop. Miss control group. Now I gotta re-add everything.
I get that a lot. I think it's because I'm throwing in the cameras, and sometimes if we get to set one, and it resets the control group for ORP.
Set all the cameras.
At the beginning, yeah.
At the beginning of the game. Every single game, set all the cameras at the beginning of the game so that never happens. That's actually really important. You can get messed up pretty bad otherwise. Nice, getting lots of orbital commands for mule dropping. Fantastic. But again, poke the front. Just send a Marine up here. We have no idea what's going on in this base right now at all. Just, it's totally worth the 50 minerals to see what he's got in the front. You never know what might be there. At this point in time, it's been a while, so you can assume that he's got a reasonable amount of tech because he's on 2 bases, and you scouted that he hasn't taken a third. Also, keep in mind that he can take a third here if he wants to. He could even take a third here, which would be kind of weird, but I mean, just have your bases covered. Worm, hijack attack, thanks for doing this. Saw you in the interview today for the first time. Much appreciated. Thank you, Worm. Or Room. Waroom. You know, silent W. And there we go. We have an orbital command going somewhere. What in the fuck? Just sort of going out. Looks like it's going the long way around. He knew you were scouting the sea. He is taking his third here. See?
That's weird.
It could happen. Oh, good God, tanks. This is why you send 1 Marine and not just attack, move in. Want to talk about micro unit control? This is what we call bad unit control.
That was max. So I didn't think I could break it. Right, so what should I do?
You wait till he moves out. It's really, when a Terran, no, seriously though, when a Terran has this many tanks, I mean, and if you haven't attacked for a long time, it's probably assumed that they have that many tanks. All you're doing is stopping them from getting bases. Stop them from getting this base, or this base, or this base, and increasing your production. So as soon as they kill your army, you can rebuild it. As well as probably taking more bases. I don't know. At this point, he should be mining out. Jeez, this is taking forever to mine out. I guess 15 minutes isn't that long, but it seems like he's been here forever. It looks like he's going for a massive drop, which you spot. Nice. Very nice. Also good. Also, wait, is that your skin? Yes, it is. Nice. Cool. So, like, does he have the space? But you have all these units over here. They're on a cool patrol command, but they could be on a cool, hey, is there a base over here command? Which there is. Good God, the mules. Oh, and they're on a attack move command. No! Alright. So, mostly, right, we work on mechanics, but there's some basic decision-making things that you need to understand that are really going to help you and will not change. Vroom, like a car. Nice. Basic decision-making things that will not change. Like, if you're on 5 bases and your opponent is on 2 bases, you're on defense. Well, actually, more aggressive than defense. You're on the denial area. All you want to do is make sure he doesn't get a third up anywhere, and just keep that covered. And that's all you do. That's all you do. And when you get maxed, you know, send in some units to see if you can do some attacking. Doing stuff like killing these rocks would be a good thing, or maybe scanning and trying to kill the supply depot or something like that. But I mean, this base is not being attacked, and you saw a drop over here. So attacking with all your units, probably not the best idea. I get that you're trying to, like, keep your money low, right? because it's getting into late game and stuff like that, I would build tons of barracks and I would build a command center here and here and here. Like, at this point in time, like, that's the kind of game that we're talking about. Also, the big thing that is messing you up is that you saw this drop. Oh, wow, look at that. Oh, see the drop again? Oh, God. Oh, man. Alright, so you lift off. Yeah, there we go. Lift off. Run back into the main. Cancel all these buildings. Oop. And definitely don't attack into here. This is like death zone. Because actually these barracks are working perfectly against you right now. You don't want to attack through there, which you kind of know, but you need to like totally stay back. Just lift off these barracks, run away, remax as quickly as possible. 19 lanes at a time, pretty good. Remax as quickly as possible and just sort of try to deal with this. Get more orbital commands up so you have tons of scans, or use a floating barracks to make sure you keep an eye on him. And as soon as he unsieges, you move in and kill him. Now you go in and you kill him. We are out of range, so he's gonna be able to move up and do this attack without taking anything from you. And it looks like you still don't know about this base. The most important thing, as far as information goes, is knowing how many bases your opponent is on. Nice, doing a little elevator trick up here. Tanks are all alone, but you can totally come in and kill these guys right now. But it looks like they're going to GG. Yeah. Mostly you couldn't do anything about this. You're just trying to keep your money down at that point, and maybe you say, well, you know what? The game's lost. I lose the game, and you know, I just sort of move on. You know, it's just like, all right, I've lost the game. I can't beat this guy. I'm just gonna make sure I keep spending money on all that stuff. Also, we got some rally issues over here, some building placement issues, so you didn't have your full army, all that kind of stuff. But I mean, really, like, this many tanks is going to hold off like Infinity Marines. So once he has his, 8 tanks really well positioned, you got some on the high ground and all that stuff, you're not going to get in here. What you need to do is wait until he tries to take a third, which he will. He's going to mostly try and take the third as soon as he can. And he managed to sneak it in.
I've never seen that in any of the games where they sneak it around there.
Yeah, well, you are going to run into things that nobody's done before, and I think that's really a great policy to have, is just sort of don't automatically assume that people are going to play standard, Don't assume that people are going to do normal things. And especially playing against what? Platinum's gold to this point?
Yeah, Platinum's here.
Mm-hmm. Platinum players are at the point where they're gonna probably start experimenting around and doing weird stuff. Sandbox all killed, yeah. We have a request from the chat to turn my noob up. All right, noob, you're about to get turned up, so hope you can handle it. People are gonna be able to hear what you're saying, so do a little talking.
Testing.
Like a car.
All right. Yeah, because I said worm, and I was
What's
like,
the point, guys?
Volume probably a little bit better now. Cool.
Yeah.
Let's go on to Numero Dos. Numero Dos. Sandbox, congratulations. I don't know if you're watching right now, but Sandbox just all killed in the IPL Team League Amateur Division. So that's awesome. Fantastico. Cool. Going against Zergi. What are you using for camera hotkeys right now?
JIOP.
Cool. So you're using the base.
Core. Yep.
Using the base cams.
And for the ramp.
Right. So you're using a rally cam, ramp rally cam, as well. And you're using that pretty consistently, or are you still having trouble making sure you use it every time?
No, I'm using them pretty consistently now.
Nice. That's really, really good. Excuse me. Cool. I'm just gonna speed things along a little bit. See how things are going. Supply block land looking pretty good. Oh. I would scout. Yay! Scout a little bit earlier. I would scout after you build the depot. Probably. Or earlier.
I always scout after the barracks because it takes longer for Protoss to get a unit out.
That's very deep thinking of you. I like to scout as early as possible, as early as is reasonable. And I usually do pylon scout, depot scout. But if you want to do after the barracks, that's quite fine. Quite fine indeed. Nice hiding little barracks off in the corner. Very nice.
He finds it though.
Yeah, that's how I used to, when I was first doing the level 1 Terran, I 6-racked for a while, which was very fun. And I would just build 1 racks and have enough Marines to cover the entrance. And then I would just drop my 6 racks in the corner somewhere.
Nice.
If you guys made maps for the level system, I would totally use those maps all the time on the show. As long as they worked out to be very awesome. But I understand that's like pretty time consuming and tough. Alright, cool. So we got the Marines going on. No supply blocks just yet. Let's go into the rando cam. Let's see if we macro while we micro. So we've got, whoopsies. Cool. So we're heading up into the base. If we're going to micro, we should be looking at our units. That's really one of the more important things. You have them selected right now, but I'm not on your camera. Okay, good. You are looking at you. My bad. Cool. Nice. Nice. So at this point, you know you can push. You're doing very well. Kill some probes and then die. You see a Twilight Council. If you see a Twilight Council that fast, generally what's going to happen is DTs. Sometimes it's blink, but a lot of the times it's going to be DTs. So at that point, when you see that really early, whoopsies, you see that really early Twilight Council, you want to move into the base and see if you can spot a DT shrine. And if you can't see it, you want to sort of assume it's coming. And get ready for it. But
Not much to do when you can build Marines only, right?
what was that?
No, yeah. Even if I saw the DTs, I can't build a missile turret or anything to.
You can build orbital commands though.
Right. Would that be what you would do? Because
Yeah.
it takes so long to get them up.
If I saw what do you call it? If I saw it that early, I was like, oh man, that's a really early thing. I was like, I bet you DTs are coming in. I'm totally like going to watch out for pylons. Actually, that's probably what I would do more than anything, is really watch out for pylons and get ready to scan.
Oh, okay.
Look at your army. Oh, that's my fault. Son of a bitch. We're going back. Okay. Let's see how we're doing. So you're looking right here right now, right? Yeah, because I have it on the camera. So you're looking at this ramp the whole time?
I don't think so.
There it is. Okay. So when you're looking, look at your units, not where you're going to. because you're going to be microing, so...
Yeah, I don't remember doing that, though.
Supply depot, and then jump over to your units. Come on, get over there. Like, right now, you're... Like, notice the things that you were doing just right there? You were just sort of staring right here and doing stuff over here, right? You were macroing. I want you to do the same exact thing that you were doing. It was really good. Just look over here. So that way you can macro, just while you're looking over here. And at this point, you're like, oh, God, sentries, I want to pull back. I made him cancel as natural. That's good enough damage for now. Oh, my God. Nope, I'm just going to go for it.
You can try to target down the sentries.
That was nice. That was nice. And you actually, you made it through here, so. Oh, wait, no, you didn't. You made it through last time. That's what it was. Cool. So you see the... You give up for that attack, which is a smart move. Has he dropped a pylon? I bet he's dropped a pylon. Let's take a look. Oh, yes, he has. He's dropped a pylon right here. So when you're going against a DT player, and whenever you see a Twilight Council that quick, like, oh my God, he's in one base and he already has a Twilight Council on my first little attack, probably going to be DTs. The first thing you want to be looking for is all around the edges of your base. Like, is something going on? And one of the easiest ways to do that is just sort of, oh yeah, build a supply depot over here, build a supply depot over here. This particular map has a lot of space in the base. There's a lot of huge fucking base. So as you're building your supply depots, use them for more than just supply depots. You have to build them anyway, so might as well use your building placement just like over here. Over here, I put overlords over here. Over here, make sure you can see your whole base, or even barracks, whatever it is. Just if you have a base, like even over here, again, some shenanigans could be happening over here. Be greedy with vision, like be greedy with it. Grab all the vision you possibly can, at all times, because you're just going to win more games and you're going to learn more if you have more information. About what's going on. Like right now you could be like, oh, I'm gonna go over here, kill this pylon, good. I should be fine. Where are the DTs at? Is he just not making DTs?
I think he warps a couple back in his space. That's all I've seen.
Oh, he's waiting for the vision of the high ground, because he doesn't have vision of the high ground right now. So he's waiting for 100 energy to get a hallucination. But you're killing sentries left and right, so good for you. Ah, and there's the DT. And scan.
It's a bit late.
Alright, we got the scan. That's the important part. We have it. Also, you can see DTs warping in. You can see like the little ripple of a DT warping in. If your settings are correct. Do you have your shaders on medium?
Yeah, it's on medium, and
good.
Shadow goes on medium.
Yeah. Shadow goes on medium and shaders go on medium. So you saw, yeah. Did you see these warping in, or did you only...
Yeah, I did.
Oh, okay.
I don't remember. I think they were zealots. I couldn't really tell.
You thought they were zealots?
Like, I don't play against two of them. I guess I just don't have the experience to tell yet. I just need to see that more often, because I rarely see DTs.
Okay. Good. And you'll get your eyes will get trained. Maybe we'll do some sort of exercise like that to help you like train for seeing cloaked units. But observers and DTs. Observers, you scan for them, you kill them. DT, same thing. Scan them and kill them. It's especially because you've been on 2 base for a while and your opponent's been on 1 base, so the gas is going to be the limiting factor for our buddy Ebrithil. Cool. And a DT cost 125 gas. So he's not going to be able to get too many of these guys out. So taking them out and keeping him on 1 base is really going to be advantageous for him. And a little bit late on the scan. Cool. So you got the hotkey for that. Also, oh, the scan ran out. Oh no. Nice stutter step though, pretty cool. Almost took out that sentry. Nice. Looking pretty good. Alright, so now at this point in time, you're not dropping mules. You're waiting for your scans, and then you're going. And as soon as you see a ripple, you scan it and you kill it. And you have to be on the lookout here. Oh, are you gonna see that pylon? You really have to be on the lookout. If your opponent has DTs, there's the pylon, and you're moving across the map, you have to. You really have to look at your army because you're looking for ripples, and you're waiting for that to happen, and then you're gonna scan. Oh, he made an Archon? Okay. Wait, where'd the Archon go? What? Did you just kill it?
I think I remember. It should be in
DTs, there's the scan that you need. Again, same thing. You did like this auto scan kind of a thing. I would move up the ramp and attack and react to seeing the ripples because you could have scanned when there were DTs to kill you. You know.
Yeah.
But we're gonna keep making tons of units and going and killing him. So, didn't notice this on your mini map yet and take it out. That's there it is. I would definitely send more than one because you can warp in DTs there. And you really don't want to be like having to. Wow, going for the Archon instead of making him use scans. I mean, Archons are good against Marines for sure. They deal a lot of damage. Same thing. Don't scan because you think there might be DTs coming. Scan because you see the DT, right? React to it.
Yeah.
But good stuff overall. What have your SQs been looking like this week?
About 90.
About 90? Nice.
Yeah, I'd say average 90 something.
Cool. 85 is your new SQ goal.
Yep.
So as long as you're clearing 85 and then not getting one supply block. Optimus Prime. Wow. Wow. I didn't know that Marine King Prime won a GSL or whatever it was. Marine King Prime said he was going to change his name to Optimus if he good luck, have fun again. Again? You ran into him again?
Oh yeah. I ran him too. Yeah, he won the first one. So, but I was freestyling then, so I went back to Marines.
And you arranged this, or you just hit him on the ladder?
Oh yeah, I hit him on the ladder twice.
Oh, nice. I love when that happens. I definitely want a best out of 3 ladder where I can just load up into a best out of 3 with pretty much anyone. That would be really cool. That would like totally change the way the ladder is. It'd be like, okay, it's like, yeah, so and so is good on the best out of 1 ladder, but how good are you at the best out of 3 ladder? You know?
Yeah, that's an interesting idea.
Like after you do your 1 cheese that you know, like, do they just crush you because they're looking for it or what? You know?
Yeah, it's really good.
I would definitely like a best out of 3 ladder option.
It'd probably take away a lot of cheese options too.
Yeah.
Maybe
well, I mean, if you go on the best out of 1 ladder, it'll be like all cheese, and then like the people who are trying to train are like best out of 7 ladder. You have like 1 for each, like best out of 3, best out of 5, best out of 7.
Yeah, they'd be moving really slow at the best out of 7s though.
Yeah. But I mean, who knows? Maybe you get like 10 million people playing StarCraft. You get like 20 million people playing StarCraft or something like that, and then maybe something like that would be a little bit more viable. Plus, if you can have global matchmaking, where you just match up against anyone on the globe without massive amounts of ping, that'll be really cool. And that'll happen eventually. Like in time, that will happen, but it just might be 20 years or so before that happens. We might be up to StarCraft 13 by then.
Yes, that'd be awesome. We'd have like Thors on top of Marines. They just become so OP.
Yeah. Yeah, the power creep at that point will be like extended to ridiculousness. Everything will be so OP. Okay, let's take a look at how we're doing.
Upgrade.
Checking our stuff. Now, when you're going back and forth to look between the 2 things, are you actually looking or are you just pressing?
I'm kind of looking. Yeah, I guess I would. I look more at my worker when I try and scout.
Oh no, I mean, looking at like, are you looking to see if you're producing something, or are you just sort of pressing the buttons?
Oh,
You're
I'm
pressing
looking
them pretty
to.
fast. Can you see? Can you
Yeah,
see
yeah,
when
yeah.
like something is done?
I'm
That's
just
awesome.
looking at the little dots.
That's good. Nice, free overlord. I love it when free overlords come in. All right, he's leaving. Aww. Hey man, he said he was leaving. He's like, hey, well, I'm sorry. I didn't realize this was Terran territory. You know, I'll leave. I'll walk away. But no, no, no.
Nope.
You had to kill him. You just
None of
hate,
that in here.
you just hate the Zerg players. Nice, grabbing the watchtowers. Good moves. Going for 3 racks for expand. That's pretty aggressive. Keep in mind, the more barracks you build before you expand, the more damage you're going to have to deal to be on an even footing with your opponent.
Yeah.
So let's see if we can get some damage done with these 3 racks. Yeah, I don't know how to do that with the MacBook. So hopefully someone will be able to help you out. Google is king. All right. Let's check out. You're doing good with the vision. But again, you should be looking at your units. Again, if you're gonna micro, you got to be looking at your units. Units are getting killed. Units are getting killed. Overlords. Oh my God, kill those overlords.
Should I be targeting them or going right for the drones?
Drones are good too. Drones are good too. I'm personally a huge fan of getting the overlords because it stops your opponent pretty much in their tracks. And if you can,
It takes a long time.
yeah, like he's gonna be supply blocked so hard right now that he probably won't even be able to come back. Like the number of overlords that he has to make to come back from that is ridiculous. Like what army he has right now, he just has, and that's it. So as long as you can just keep rallying in units. When you kill a lot of overlords like that, spread the marines. Okay, maybe not. When you kill a lot of overlords like that, you need to rally in and keep pushing hard because he's not gonna be able to build anything for a while. He has 5 overlords in production right now. Like that's how much you hurt him. So try to keep your units alive and up in the front dealing damage. Not necessarily like a full commit, like you moved up into his base and started dealing damage then. But oh look, more overlords. Oh God, supply blocking after a supply block is even more annoying. But at this point, yeah, going for the overlords and the drones, definitely good moves. But also this whole spreading out thing, you spread out, again, you spread out because you were afraid of banelings, I'm assuming?
Mm-hmm. It's a little pre-split. Is that
Right.
not good?
But there were no banelings there.
Yeah.
The thing is, Zerglings are really, really good when your Marines are split up. But not so good, you know, when your Marines are clumped together. So you have to keep that in mind when you're going against banelings and lings. If there are banelings there, then yeah, you want to split up because the banelings are going to deal more damage than Marines almost all the time. But you want to be reacting to the banelings. It's a very aggressive rally. I don't know how long you'll be able to keep it, but your opponent is at 29 supply, so... You have all your barracks in your control group right now?
I hope so. I think I left out one in the...
Yeah, you left the one in the corner.
Yeah.
Wait. No, you still left it out. You guys feeling left out, man. And this kind of situation, I'd take a third. You deal a lot of damage, take an expansion. Pretty much every time that you get the chance to deal a lot of damage, like kill tons of overlords and units and stuff like that. You know, take an expansion.
Even versus Zerg? This last time you told me 2 base versus 2 base is good if you're Terran.
Yeah, that's definitely true in a normal situation. That's definitely true in a normal situation. But since you can spread your Marines, since you can cancel. Oh,
Did I miss that?
I think so.
Oh, I thought I clicked it.
We should be able to see it. Nope, didn't get it.
Well, maybe next time.
Yep. Yeah. You'll get better as with time, just being able to tell, oh, this is something I can save, or this is something I cannot save. Waiting for the last second to cancel is probably not something that you want to do unless you're really confident, and you're sort of suiciding right now. Is your rally point still up there? Let's see.
It comes back after a bit.
Nice. Good. That's an important part too, keeping your stuff in check. Oh, like I was saying before, it's a very special situation you have going on for yourself right now, since you're at one of the earlier levels. You need to make so many Marines to keep up with his tech that it's almost like you're the Zerg and he's the Terran. Like that's kind of like how it is. So just keep that in mind while you're playing one of the lower levels. But as you get higher, yeah, 2 base. If you're at the point of like it's 2 base versus 2 base against a Zerg, you're gonna want to just make tons of fucking units. Also, you wall yourself off here. There we go. Hey. Also, another thing that's really, really helpful against banelings is target firing. If there aren't a lot of banelings, you can just target fire them down. So also keep that in mind. I would just click on a baneling and then press and hold shift and then just keep clicking on the banelings. Or maybe you're lucky and he sends the banelings in first. That's always nice. Cool. Making another move out. Yeah, so going up the narrow corridor is probably going to be the way to go for this particular engagement. That way the Zerglings can't surround you. Also, this whole single file walking in thing, not good. You really want to get your units in a clump before you... Right, now you see the banelings, now you want to split. But you want to be attacking with all your units. You don't want to leave them behind like that.
Yeah, not the best split.
It's alright, you'll get better at it. But look at the banelings that you're eating up. Nice. And now you attack with everything. You used all his banelings, now you attack with everything. Good. Finish off the hatchery. Very, very nice. Keep in mind when you're finishing off buildings, a lot of times that's when the opponent is going to attack you.
Oh, wait.
Because they have the aid of the...
Little broodling guys?
Yeah, little broodling guys.
I don't know what they're really called.
They're called broodlings. Or I think. Anyway, right?
I know that Overlord shoot though. Are they the same thing?
Yeah, they're the same thing.
Okay.
Yeah. The only thing that'll have a different unit will be the what do you call it? The only thing that'll have a different unit will be the new swarm host will spawn out locusts, which will be very cool and interesting. That'll be a lot of fun. God, I can't wait for Heart of the Swarm. They said beta's coming soon. Oh, it's gonna be so much fun. Oh my god. They keep coming out with these every 3 years. I'm gonna be like, so set. Probably give at least a 5-year gap between StarCraft 2 and StarCraft 3 though. Legacy of the Void and StarCraft 3. or maybe they'll just be making it like a super volatile game. But so yeah, like you said, you wanted to focus a little bit more on micro, and if that's what you want to do, and that's great. Like whatever you're gonna do, focus on macro, focus on micro. As long as you pick one thing and try to improve it, that's really gonna be the best way to do things. As long as it's mechanical, try to focus as much as possible on obviously the mechanical, because that's what allows strategy to happen. And until you get into the Diamond League, you're probably not going to run into people that are doing strategies on time, except maybe some of the early cheeses will be on time, but none of the more complex timing attacks will be on time, so it's like it's not really worth it learning timings and stuff quite yet. So I would say just focus a little bit more on your units when you're going to practice your micro, and when you scout, try to stay on your scout as much as possible. Try to stay on your units as much as possible. Try to be looking at your units all the time. Now that you're used to the macro of things, you should only, whenever you're macroing, you should be looking at your units. And whenever you're looking at your units, you should be macroing. You tie those things together,
Right.
and keep doing that. And yeah, so we'll probably come up with a little bit more specific exercises for you for next week. Send me the replays a day early so I can take a look at them, and then we'll be able to do a little bit more specific exercises and stuff like that. Any questions, anything that didn't come up that you wanted to talk about?
Nope, not really. Covered
Cool.
everything. Yep.
Cool stuff. If we have any questions in the chat, I'll take them, but otherwise we'll move right into mechanics versus strategy on the American server. I'll wait for the 30 or so second delay in the chat, see if anything's coming up. But otherwise, we'll go right into mechanics versus strategy. Trying to think if there's anything else to announce. What's a good way to practice macro? I would say use the level system. Is probably the best way to practice macro that I've come up with, because I think that's what my general goal has been. Figure out a way for people to practice their macro as much as possible. And we'll actually be doing some of that in just a bit, so you can just go ahead and stick around and see that. Thank you very much for tuning in, everyone. I will see you guys in just a sec. Be right back.
Okay, look it.